your boy, Freelancer Joe, ready to once again get cracking. And how are you all doing on this wonderful and glorious and fantastic Wednesday afternoon? Yes, hump day. Hump day. I hope you're doing well and good and fantastic. I mean, it is a nice day outside where I'm at. The sky is not perfect because it's got the clouds again that I don't like, the very thin, wispy kind of clouds. And it's kind of grayish blue and not sky blue, but temperature-wise, it's very, very nice. Unfortunately, well, I hope you're doing well. Freelancer Joe's in some odd source right now. For me, for some reason, well, for a reason that I will share with you, that what I believe to be the reason, I feel like it's both Tuesday and Thursday. To me, it feels like it's the beginning of the week, like my week just started, and it's like I want it to be Thursday, so that'll be the end of the week. And I suspect, let me go ahead and set things up while I'm jibber-jabbering about that. I suspect it's because I'm not fully recovered from that sleep deprivation episode I endured, or put myself through, on Sunday night. And it has been true I've been going to bed a little bit early, but going to bed and actually falling asleep, two totally different things. And even then, it was only a little bit, not quite as much as I really should have. So to be honest, I mean, normally when I get like a sleep deprivation episode like that, and it's happened before, like the very next day I'll just crash and just sleep. But my body has been very uncooperative when it comes to trying to recover. And yeah, it's just been putting me through all sorts of sorts. See, I can't even... I'll blame my inability to string together coherent thoughts on the sleep, and not just my natural inability to string together coherent thoughts. Yeah, so instead it's just it's refusing to go to sleep when it can go to sleep, and then as a result I'm suffering severe dips of energy as the day drags on. I pop up fine in the morning. I'm relatively fine anyway, but then as the day at work drags on, I get sluggisher and sluggisher and sluggisher. I mean, the only reason I'm able to even keep up with this is simply because I'm still running off of the endorphins produced as a result of my training. And the only two reasons I'm going through with the training is because, well, thanks to my new shorter commute, I have the time, and two, the discipline of routine, which of course is why I like routine. But as soon as those endorphins wear off, well, it's only partial though, because then I'll still be in an agitated sleep state, and I suspect that's part of the reason why I have difficulty falling asleep. Which again, normally not so bad if I wasn't suffering from the sleep deprivation already. Truth be told, I probably normally don't get enough sleep during the week anyway, but I make up for it on the weekends. But what that means is at the start of the week I'm okay, and then it gets worse and worse and worse by the weekend, but by the weekend I can recover. This time I'm starting off at that deficit and not recovering. It is unpleasant. Alright, so what are we doing? We had finished the upgrades, and I believe we were making distributables. I can at least remember that, even though my brain is fuzzy. And I believe we finished the templates, but this is why I have my to-do list to verify. And shall we verify? Assuming I remember to update the to-do list. But yes, pure parallax, and the sidebar was done before I put together this to-do list. So that means we're going to work on FJ. Foxtrot Juliet, which is short for Freelancer Joe. Like the military lingo? Yes. Alright, so that means we're going to switch projects to my personal website. Now the templates were corrected fairly smoothly. Well, no, everything was upgraded in Freelancer Joe, so this should work smoothly too, unless I missed something. There's always a possibility of that. So we shall see. We shall see. Another verbal tick. We shall see. My enunciation was not good on that one. When is it ever? But Wednesday, so you know, hump day. Gotta remember to hit the tab. Gotta remember to change that directory first. Gotta remember that it's the other way for the slash. I/UI-free. Thank you. And let's go ahead and start it up, just to verify that it still works, yada yada yada. And while that's going, we'll go ahead and start up the phones. I don't necessarily want to make this a habit, but you know, something to do. That's 1, and that's 2, and they take a little while to spool up. But that came up pretty quick, so I like that. And did I hit? I'm pretty certain I hit the power button on this. I can't even. Apparently, I can't even remember to start things. That's not bueno. No es bueno. Es malo. How's your Wednesday going? Good and well? Fantastic? Fine? You know, despite my being an odd sorts, I am very happy that you're here to join me and then spend time with me. I'm not saying it would be devastating if I ever came to the realization that I might be doing this just purely for myself. It would just seem like a waste because I have all of this to share. Alright, so my site came up. Let's enter this pin. And then I'll make noises. Actually, it might not make any noises. Oh, it might. I haven't checked my email yet. Alright, so my site came up. And we will click on this so that it has focus, so that when I do Control-Shift-K, the console will come up. And what we're checking for is to make sure we got no warnings. I wonder if I should go ahead and download those React Dev tools like they constantly suggest I do. I tried that before on my old VirtualBox installation on my other laptop. And maybe that laptop was just too old or I didn't configure the guest OS correctly, but it was slow. It was actually quicker for me to restart things. Alright, no warnings on that. Oh, actually, did I click on that? I did click on that. This is where we are. So here, in the future, this is where I'm probably also going to add a link to the demo site once it's deployed, as well as my couple's website. And then under clients here, in addition to Bella Music School, when my Honey Bunny side gig gets put together, we'll put it there too. So that'll be nice. Hire me. Yes, you should hire me. I hope somebody will hire me. It's not a matter of hope. It's a matter of simply doing. Going out there and hustling for the work. Unfortunately, Hustler Joe would not have worked out so well as a business name, I think. Back to home. See, I told you it would make noise. Alright, and nothing there. Okay, good. We'll go ahead and close this. And close this. And stop this. And alright, so we're going to disable the logging for anything below warning. Again, that's UI config. I know it may seem repetitive, but that's the benefit of doing things in a consistent pattern. It's easy to change things. To be honest, since I am in a Unix environment, I could come up with a bash script. Recurses through directories in the project's UI directories in the project's UI directory. Looks for UI config, looks for log level, and replaces the 1 with 3, and then I would parameterize that bash script, basically say what I want to set it to. What's the rush? Alright, so now it's at 3, and even then I still would want to verify. Still want to verify that it came up correctly, in which case I would have automated tests and blah, 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 blah. There's lots of things I could do to automate this. But bear with me. I mean, technically speaking, if I wasn't blabbing, this would only take like, what, 10, 15 minutes? I mean, like 5 if I didn't even bother to verify things. So 5 minutes per project, I've got like, what, 5 or 6? I mean, half an hour. Could knock it out easy. Easy. So we're going to start it up again. Now let's go on. Let me go ahead and check YouTube. Speaking of which, some very mischievous person who was able to see a screening of Avengers Endgame has been very nice enough to put together a video containing all the relevant parts. Because that person apparently also recorded it while they were watching it. I must say that Marvel and Disney probably are not very happy. And anyway, so that video is out there on the internet, and people are already making GIFs and things from it. So if you don't want that spoiled for you, I would recommend initiating a social media blackout until you're able to go see the movie. Honestly, I was figuring I'd have to do that anyway. I did that for Infinity War, but I was hoping I'd be able to wait until the review embargo lifted. But you know, some people just want to ruin things for everyone else. Alright, Control-Shift-K, and we still get this. Still don't know where that's coming from, though, to be honest. Because I look at that line in the file, and that's a debug statement. But alright, about me, nothing. Services, nothing. Portfolio, nothing. Clients, nothing. Hire me. I should send myself an email, but yeah, you know, seeing as I'm actually going to be making this a distributable, I probably should send myself an email to make sure it still works. Joe at joecool.com. Joe is the coolest. True that. Submit. You know, I need to go there to verify those accounts are still active. Alright, contact email sent. This guy should make a noise real soon. I'm hearing something. It's not the ocean, though. My guess is the sound of the fan is bouncing back off of this and into my ear. I've never experienced that before. Alright, so that is good. Now we are going to actually make the distributable. And that's going to be npm run build. And while that's going, I'm going to take this opportunity to kvetch. What am I going to kvetch about? I'm going to kvetch about, well, I'm not going to show you the entire thing. So my apartment rent lease is up in a few months, and naturally they send a renewal letter with options for what you want to, if you want to stay and continue leasing. Ah, there. I bet you that's it. That's that's the email I just sent myself. And as has been, and normally when they do those sorts of things, the renewed lease, of course, includes an increase in the rent. Fair enough. However, when I had my deviation from schedule, that was during renovations to the apartment, and as a result of those renovations, which cost the company money, no doubt, and also would have made it more valuable for them to rent out the apartment, they increased my rent then, and not insubstantially either. So starting in March, I had to pay, what was it? It's like 120 or 160 more a month. I forget. That was in March, and now they also want to charge another. This is going to go up another like $50. So like $170 to $200 rent increase for the year. And normally actually I can swallow like a $60 increase, $50 or $60 increase. Annoying, but understandable. Or maybe if they were doing some major complex-wide things. A couple of years back, there was like maybe an $80 or $90 increase, and that's because they were replacing all the windows and things and all the units. So I was like, okay, I can understand that. But like a $50 increase a few months right after a $120 to $160 increase. I mean, really? This is one of those few times I'm actually going to look to see what they're charging for single apartment units. I never actually check. I just assume that they're treating me fairly, Foolish of me, I'm sure, but alright. Alright, so the distributable was built. Let's go ahead and take a look. And this, dist, and now this is interesting. This actually has multiple CSS files. And why does it have vendors app and app bundle? That's interesting. Oh, because I had to break it up because it was big. That's why. So, I mean, these web apps are also supposed to be viewable on mobile devices such as this. And mobile devices such as this, there's memory constraints. It's not like a laptop or a desktop. So once files get to a certain size, they recommend you split them up so that it's quicker to download. And that's why I have two. Even then, I bet you the vendor app bundle is probably too big, or bigger than recommended. Anyway, we have focus, we have a console. See, and this one doesn't have that React thing, nor does it have that reducer message. So it's weird. But we'll click through everything again. Interesting. So we did miss something, and this is why we do this. This looks new, actually. Actually, that looks like that might be a problem. Well, why does it appear to only be happening on that one page? Let's double check that one again. Interesting. Didn't see that one when I was doing the web local thing either. So if I remember correctly, that popped up when I clicked on services. So let's try hire me. See if I still get that. No. Yes, it is definitely something specific to services. Now what's different about the services page? Alright, well this actually makes use of this little doohickey. The other pages have that, but they don't use it. So it has something to do with this. Now what I find odd is that it's actually referencing a local file for the slick. It's the slick carousel. I might not be able to solve this one. CORS request always tricky to figure out, or same origin policy, always a little tricky to figure out. Now, is it a custom slide component? I mean, if I had to wager a guess, it's actually because of these arrows, right? Now, why don't we consider cross origin? Alright, but I don't actually request that, do I? I'm almost sure. Oh, I don't request this. This is going to be tough to track down. No. Because it's only in the distributable. Which of course means I have to rebuild the distributable. Slick, react slick. That's how I'm importing the themes. Slick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Import slider from React Slick. So it probably, that's odd that it doesn't happen. That it does not happen on the main page either, because I'm almost certain this is the method that calls setting speed next arrow, which I use a custom arrow, passes in the settings. Interesting. This is actually going to be tough to solve. Nope, not this guy. No. Huh, I honestly don't know. I mean, somebody is... It's gotta be this guy. Although, why? You know what? I bet you I don't use them on my splash page. See, we only got 3 there. Got that. That's why it's not on that. Even this splash page also uses it. It's close enough. It's not the same one, but But this is... It's not actually a server, though. So that's kind of weird, in my opinion. I mean, they're basically saying I need to enable the web server to serve it up, but I'm not serving it through a web server. And as you see, I don't have that error when I do it via the dev server. So what I'm guessing, I'm hoping, is that if I went ahead and just deployed this, it would work fine. Let's see. I mean, it might not actually be an issue, is basically what I'm saying. Or it might not be an issue when it's deployed, is what I'm saying. It could still be. I may have to configure the static website hosting from AWS in S3 to allow the loading, but I mean, that's probably still an issue, but at least I'm pretty certain I can fix that, whereas with this static file stuff, I don't see how I can do it. So we got one CSS, app bundle, app CSS, index, offline, vendor app. Okay, let's go ahead and upload all of those. Vendor app, index. Probably don't need to upload index, but hey, might as well. App and one CSS. Just to be sure. Upload. It's uploading. Properties, click on the box and not on the link. And we'll go here, as opposed to freelancerjoe.com, because that'll take a while for it to propagate through the various servers in Amazon. Okay, we have focus. We still don't have that. That's good. About me. Nothing. Services. Yeah, see? Okay. So it's already configured. The S3 static website hosting is configured to allow the core stuff. It's just locally, or a static local access. But when it's hosted up by a web server, it's fine. Huh. Good thing I was quick and nimble on my feet enough to figure that out. But we are about at the 30-minute mark, so yeah, cool good words about liking and subscribing, commenting, and suggesting. I hope you will join me tomorrow as we're going to finish this one up and move on to the last one. It's tomorrow, Thursday. Okay, that works out nicely. Because then Thursday, and we'll have all that done, and then Friday's Gaming with Joe, Saturday's Drinks with Joe. Ooh, Gaming with Joe. I didn't record an episode yet. Ooh, okay. Well, anyway, getting ahead of myself. I hope you join me tomorrow. And until the next time you join me, I hope that you have a wonderful Wednesday and that you take care and God bless.